Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome. I'm Alyonna Angelica, bringing you messages from light. Before we jump into today's reading, I just want to announce that I have recently launched my Patreon channel, so I'm really excited about that. Patreon will be a safe space for me to create videos without worrying about, trolls and ads and, the whole algorithm and all those things. It will be a safe space for me to speak about whatever that I want to without any restrictions, without any censorships. So if you're interested in weekly pick a card readings, more in-depth readings, as well as sound and light activations and meditations, if you're interested in things like that, do hop over to my Patreon channel. I will link the link in the description and in the comment section down below. If you're watching this on Patreon, thank you so much for being a member. This is a new journey for me, and I'm so excited to share it with all of you. And I'm so honored to have such beautiful light souls, being in this channel, sharing this space with me. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate and I honor your presence here on Patreon. Now, if you're watching this on Patreon, this video I'm going to be covering an in-depth reading for the month of May, June and July. If you're watching this on YouTube, then this reading is going to give you the guidance for the month of May. So those on YouTube, if you're looking for a more in-depth reading and you want some guidance for the next 3 months, then don't forget to hop over to my Patreon and become a member. Now let's begin and let's jump into the card selection. Oh, hang on. Before we jump into the card selection, let me just go over the month of May, a general reading for the month of May, before we get into the more personal pick a card reading and guidance for you, okay? So now I've got a few notes here. I'm just going to refer to this as I speak to you. So May is it's a powerful month. It's a number 5 month, and as you know, we are in a number 5 year. So it's one of those the focus of where the change happens. For a lot of us, we are experiencing a split in the timeline. We're going to see a split in the realities. A lot of us have a higher soul come in at this time, or we have tapped into a completely different consciousness, a higher consciousness, which means that the reality that you're living in is different. So it's like when you are tapped into a more 5D consciousness, the reality that you have, although we are still in a 3D world and we're still living with 3D rules, but you will still have very much of 5D experiences here. Okay, so you could be having the same, living in the same reality with other people, but your reality is different from theirs. Okay, because they are still tapping into 3D problems and issues and lifestyles, but where else you are going to be tapping into the more 5D lifestyles. Okay, so the split basically began on 5th of May because it was 555. Okay, and from that time up to the end of May, we are in a very powerful energy where we have the power of instant manifestation. Okay, what you think, what you say, things gets manifested into your reality very quickly. So it's important for you to be very conscious and be very cautious of your words and the things that you say. Okay, we've also just had a beautiful new moon, okay, and that set the foundation to prepare us for what is going to come during the eclipse season. Okay, so just know that around between now to the eclipse, you are going to be given new opportunities and even solutions to any old problems that you have, or you're going to be given a jump start to move past any areas of your life that you have been stuck in for some time. Okay, so you can expect new ideas, new opportunities, new ways for you to improvise and get your engine running again. Okay, so know that if anything needs to leave your life now, it's gonna leave. Okay, and basically you have been given around this time right up to the eclipse, right between now to the eclipse, and even from the beginning of the month, you've been given, I'm hearing that some of you have been given this idea or this look or this basically it's like an idea of what you can do or a direction that you need to move in since February. Okay, So since February, there's a certain thing that you've been focusing on. They've been giving you directions, giving you tips and hints and clues, because when something moves out of your life, this is what's going to help you. It's going to create the new foundation for you. Okay, so whatever that is coming now, it's important for you to focus on that. Okay, right now we also have Jupiter in Pisces, and that's going to be in this transition is going to be around for about 2 months, I believe, 2 or 3 months. So around this time, there'll be a lot of ideas that will come to you. Okay, there'll be a lot of things that will come to you. Sometimes, during this time we can tend to aim more than we can handle. Okay, so just be practical when it comes to things like that. It's like, but then it's not a bad thing, like they say, aim for the stars, and or aim for the moon, and if you fall, you still be among the stars, right? So it's better than not aiming at all. And another important thing about this transit is knowing that while you're given this opportunity and you're given all these ideas and these blessings for it to grow, right, whatever that you do now or whatever that you focus on, for it to manifest, you need to put effort into it. So you can't just start something or want something, right, create a manifestation ritual or list or whatever, and then you just lay back and think Jupiter is gonna expand this for you. That's not gonna happen. When we have this energy here, this kind of energy, it requires you to put the work. So if you put the work, you put the focus, it will grow. Okay, but if you take a step back, then it's just gonna sit there. So basically, it's shining a light. So you need to do the work now. So, compared to before, if you were to do this, it might take you, say, a year to come into that place that you want, for it to manifest into your, into the desires that you are looking at. But now it would take probably, a month or two most for it to manifest, okay, depending on what it is. But you also got to know that, May is all about your destiny as well. It's about your karmic journey. Okay, so while you may want certain things, your certain desires may not be able to come in yet, because destiny is also playing an important part in your life. Okay, now, so where am I? Let's see. So between the Saturn retrograde, okay, which is on the 22nd, to the lunar eclipse, which is on the 26th, you can expect the completion of karmic contracts. So a lot of people who have come in to give you lessons and teach you certain things, they are now going to leave because they have completed that contract, they've completed that cycle that they need to be in. There's also an ending of a lot of different things. For some of you, you're being forced to end ancestral patterns, okay, generational patterns. So this is where the split happens as well. Things that your ancestors couldn't do, your parents couldn't do, or a certain tradition or something that's been going on in your family that doesn't sit right with you. Okay, so I'm just going to give you an example. Say, staying in abusive relationships. It's something that your ancestors did, something that your parents did, and then now you will be put in that situation, but you are now being asked to break that. As soon as you walk away from this abusive relationship, you have broken that pattern. Okay, you've broken that pattern, and then you're all free to move on. And the people that come after you, the generation, your lineage that comes after you, will not have to repeat the same pattern. Okay, so the split happens here. Besides that, you will also be paying off any karmic debts. So if anything that you did in the past that has collected some karmic energy, you will, sorry, that's an insect there, it's kind of annoying. Anyway, you will be paying that off before the eclipse or during the eclipse as well. Okay, so a lot of people say that, but I'm a good person, I've not done bad to anyone. But you don't realize that sometimes certain actions have caused karmic, has had some karmic energy into it. So say, for example, this, say, a restaurant or a shop or someone cheated you, and you're upset, so you kind of blast them off online and you bring them down, you ruin their reputation, while you feel it's justified because they cheated you. People need to know, right? People need to know what they did. But while you have brought this justice to yourself, you have also brought karma to yourself, because, like I always say, we are not the karma deliverer. Okay, so karma will happen, right? Whoever's done anything bad, cheated, whatever, they will pay for what they have done. It is not up to us to punish them, okay? But if we do punish them, that's fine, but you know, it will come back to us in the end. And if you did it in a way where it wasn't intentional, right? You didn't go and cheat them. You just, what's that word? Reiterate? Oh my god, I know that word, but it's just not coming out right now. Basically, you just reacted to what they did, right? So they cheated, you were like, I'm going to shame you online, I'm going to let people know what you did so that no one trusts you anymore, you know? So while you did, there was a reason for it. So whatever that comes back to you will not be as nasty, or you know, it will be something that might hurt you, but it will hurt you to benefit you. Okay, so for example, you know, getting fired from your job because someone may, if you leaked a picture of someone before, you know, and then a personal photo of someone before, next thing you know, a personal thing of yours gets leaked, right? And then you get fired from your job. This is an example. But you know, but because what you did wasn't intentionally evil, okay, you had a reason for doing it. So while you got fired, so that sucks, but then now you get offered even better job, a higher paying job where you are happier and it's your dream job. So do you get what I mean? The way it comes back to you, you know, it doesn't come back, it will attack you because you have to pay. You can't escape the law of karma, okay? If you've done something, you have to pay for it. It's just that the level of it and how it comes back to you, it depends on what kind of person you are and why you took these actions to create that karma in the first place, okay? So now, what happens during the eclipse, okay? Whatever leaves your life is something that, whatever ends or leaves your life, or you know, breaks down or doesn't work, is basically something that you knew had to happen, okay? It's something that you have kept a blindfold on, or you have been pretending that it's been working for you. It will be something that you knew it was time to let go of something, and that is something that, you know, will be highlighted to you, and it will happen, okay? So when it comes to things like this, it's always best to get the message and let it go, okay? Instead of hanging on and letting the universe step in and do something. Okay, I'll give you an example. For me, this is something that's really sad that's happening in my life. So my dog, I have a dog, he's a toy poodle, he's about 16 years old now. And I've had him for such a long time, from the time he was just 2 months old. He was just that little, okay? And now, you know, it's come to a point where I know I need to let him go. It's time for me to let him go. But I've been holding on, you know, because I've been feeling guilty about it. I'm like, I'm not ready to let him go yet, but I know it's time, okay? So I've finally come to a point now, you know, where he's become very aggressive. You know, he's beaten my son, he's biting me, and he's very unhappy, and he's in pain, and it's time for him to go. So, you know, things are becoming clearer and clearer with all these things that he's doing, and I know that I have to get this, you know, I have to let him go. So my point is, if I hold on and I say, nah, I'm not ready yet, then I know that the universe is going to step in and do something that's going to force me to take this action. Okay, so before that happens, I have to come into terms, into acceptance, and work and you know, allow myself to release him. Okay, and this is, you know, this releasing, coming into acceptance is about every part of your life. Okay, so look back, you know, is there a job that you think is not been working for you, that you're just holding on to, and you know, saying that, oh, you know, it's just bad times, COVID, this and that, blaming everything else. There's a reason why we are experiencing all these things, you know, why we're experiencing COVID and all that. There's a reason for it, right? And if you've been affected by it, then, you know, this is an opportunity for you to really go inside and do something else, right? To understand yourself even more, because you've been given time to break free from that pattern, from that cycle that you've been living in for so many years. Okay, so what is it? You know, is it your job? Is it your relationships? Is it, you know, family members? Is it friends? Is it your tribe? You know, is it a place that you're living in? There's so many aspects of your life that might be calling out for your attention. Okay, so pay attention to what that is, and come into acceptance that certain things need to end. Okay, it can even be something. Maybe you're attached to a crystal. It doesn't have to be something so drastic. Yes, it's usually eclipses do bring life changes, but it can also be something as small as maybe my computer, for example. Say you're using a computer for so many years, you're used to using it, but that it's been giving you trouble and it's time to invest and buy a new computer, but you keep ignoring it. You're like, no, I think it can still work, it can still, I'll still make it work, and blah blah blah, and next thing you know, boom, your computer shuts off, and now you don't have a computer to work, right? And you have to buy a new one, you're going to invest in a new one. So kind of like, things like that is what's going to be coming up for everyone. Okay, so anything that has completed its purpose in your life is going to leave your life now. Okay, so if you try to hold on, losing this will hurt, so it's best to come into acceptance and let it go. Whatever that you want to start in May, do it before Mercury goes into retrograde. Okay, that's on the 29th of May. Okay, so it's best to do what you want to do now before the retrograde happens, and then things are going to slow down a little bit. But the slowing down, I feel it's good. It's a good thing for us, because all these changes that are happening, it will be good to be able to actually slow down and have a look at what's happened so far, kind of paying attention to what you've done, because the energies to push, start new, break free, new beginnings, all those things is going to be happening all the way until the lunar eclipse. So once it comes to the retrograde, it helps to just take a step back. Okay, take a step back and basically observe and look at the whole picture, and reflect upon what has happened, reflect upon your life, reflect upon the changes that you have experienced, working through the healing of it all. Okay, so use this time between the 29th of May up to the next eclipse, which is I think on the 10th. I'm just trying to pull up the dates. Okay, until the 10th. That would be a good time to reflect and heal. Okay, so yeah, June 10th we have the new moon solar eclipse. So you can expect the new moon the new moon solar eclipse to be something that will cause it's like a conscious leap, a quantum leap in whatever that you're doing, or in your consciousness. Okay, it's like everyone is stepping up into a new reality, into a new level of consciousness. It's like everyone's going to be given a piece of the puzzle, a new piece of the puzzle. Okay, so if you were in this level of consciousness before, in this state of consciousness, you'll be given another puzzle, and then you're going to level up. Okay, so everyone's kind of leveling up into a new belief system. Okay, so and it's going to be a huge leap, and we're going to see a lot of different things coming up around this time. Let's see what else we have. And then on June 14th we have the major astrological event, which is the second part of the Saturn square Uranus. Okay, so the first one happened on February 17th. Okay, so this is the second one. So it can bring a lot of blocks as well, a lot of obstacles and restrictions. Whenever there are huge transits and a huge changes happening, the energy is big. It's like big waves. Okay, it will take a few months before the waves settle, and then you'll feel better after that. Okay, so from right from now up to June, you may find yourself having difficulty sleeping. You may be getting up middle of the night. A lot of things will be coming in at that time. I'm also hearing that a lot of the star seeds are going to be receiving huge cosmic downloads around this time as well, right from the lunar eclipse to the solar eclipse. Okay, they're going to be a lot of cosmic downloads, especially if you are a Pleiadian starseed, or you have been in Pleiades before, a lot of starseeds have been in different dimensions. Okay, we have all been in many different dimensions. So if you've had even a single life in that dimension, which most of us have, then you are going to be receiving like a piece of the puzzle, a galactic piece of the puzzle. Okay, so that's definitely a higher conscious knowledge coming in. So trust what you receive. Okay, trust the message, trust whatever that is coming to you. Okay, it's an important time to trust your intuition. You might feel a little unstable around this time because it's such strong downloads coming in. It's best to, I'm hearing water, so work with water, soaking yourself in water, that will help. And spending a lot of time in nature as well. Okay, so that's what I'm hearing from for now. If anything else comes in, I will share that with you as well. What else do we have? So yeah, so June is the time of like basically slowing down. Okay, just reflecting upon everything that has happened, and just working on healing, integrating, understanding. It's about coming back to yourself. Okay, so it's not so much as focusing on other people. So if someone has done you wrong around the eclipse and they've left your life, or if you have had a falling out with friends, family, try not to focus on them. Okay, bring the focus back to yourself so that you can work on healing, and so that when you bring the focus back to yourself, you will know what direction to take next. Okay, so I think that is all that I have to speak about the month of May. Yeah, so that's all I'm going to speak about for now. So we can finally jump into the card selection to look at a more personal reading for you. So pick the image that you're most drawn to, and then look for the group timestamp that will be posted in the description section down below. Then you can skip right to your reading. Just click on the timestamp and it will take you right to your reading. Welcome Group 1. Let's look at your guidance for the month of May 2021. Okay. So May is it's going to be a lucky month for you, Group 1. You know, luck is definitely on your side. Okay. But while luck is on your side, you are being advised not to take any risk at this time. Okay, be careful not to take risk. Okay, but besides that, you know, you are divinely protected. Okay, what you don't see, you know, you're receiving spiritual guidance and, you know, amazing protection from harm, from all different angles. It's like ancestral protection. I'm seeing universal protection, cosmic protection, so from your galactic family and from Mother Earth as well. So if you connect to Earth at this time, you will be definitely protected and, you know, divinely guided into whatever that you're meant to be doing next. Okay, there's something new coming in. You know, you're going to be surrounded by a lot of love. I see new soul tribes. Some of you may even take your friendships to the next level. You know, if you have been friends with someone for a long time, I feel like at this time you may feel like you want to take this relationship to the next level. But just a little warning notice here. While yes, I do see, you know, coming together and love and, you know, a lot of new things, and whatever that's coming your way is going to make you really happy. But remember that we are also in a very dreamy energy. Okay, and sometimes things that start at this time can be, it's like it can be a fantasy that we create in our head. Okay, so it's like you imagine that something that it's better than what it actually is. Okay, it's just simply because of this energy. There's this illusion of love, like a blanket of love, and everything just feels good. It's like group one. It's like you're drugged. Okay, so everything feels good at this time. Be careful. Okay, so that's also something where you don't want to take risk, because you might get an offer. I feel someone's going to offer you something when it comes to work, business, money. Please do not take any risk when it comes to that at this point, even if it's from a friend. Okay, even if a friend offers you, hey, you know what, let's team up, let's do this, and I believe we can create this, or let's invest in this because I believe this is going to be big, right? And at this time, it will seem like an amazing idea, and it'll seem like something that can grow bigger than life. Okay, but it's not going to grow bigger than life. Okay, so whatever that you are imagining now, it will just grow to half of whatever that you think is going to be. Okay, so just pay attention to that. I mean, it can grow fully, of course, it might take time, but I do feel like there is like some illusion involved there. Okay, so maybe don't commit completely, or if you are, if, for example, if a good friend, and you decide to take the friendship to a new level, then just make sure that you are prepared, to see the truth for what it is later. Okay, now this energy, what I'm seeing here, because there's love and happiness and getting together with friends and soulmates and soul tribes, to me it's like a restart of an energy for you. Okay, it's a restart of a fun period after feeling really low, and it feels like an adventure, and you will feel like taking risk. But obviously here we've got the claw here, so please do not take any risk. Okay, it might be time for you to also change your mind about something. Like I said, you're gonna have a new perspective in life. You're gonna be looking at things around you through new eyes. Things are gonna look very different to you. People are gonna be very different to you. So it's a good time for you to really count your blessings. Okay, because luck is on your side. Okay, you need to just let go, have fun, laugh more, because I feel like you've been through so much in the past that it's been so difficult for you, that you have actually put yourself in the vibration of really, it's like this intense energy. Okay, so they're asking you to be a bit more childlike, get together with friends. If you have a pet, play with your pets. If you want to adopt a pet, getting a dog at this time will bring you incredible blessings and happiness into your life. Okay, so it's a wonderful time to start something new. If you're looking to start a new course, or you're looking to start a new business, or teach something, it's a good time to do it. But obviously, be practical about the way you go about it. So whatever that you start, don't expect it to reach the level that you want instantly. Okay, it can reach there, because like I said, you do have luck on your side, and we are in the energy of it growing, but it will take time to get to that level. Okay, it's important that you don't be narrow-minded at this time. Keep an open mind, because you're going to be receiving a lot of different messages, a lot of different downloads, and it'll be important for you to now just expand your consciousness. Okay, so the best thing for you to do at this time is to start a journal. Maybe I feel like if you're looking to travel, some of you are looking to travel, once the restrictions and, the quarantine period is over around the world. So maybe now start a manifestation journal, where you start to journal about all the places you want to go to, start collecting information, doing things like that, getting a book of manifestation. Okay. Look at that. Manifestation, just as I said, the book of manifestation. So we've got that here. Okay, we also have love, and we've got love come up into different decks twice. So you are definitely surrounded by love, divine love, soul love. It's like it's time for you to have fun now. Lighten your load. Okay, you have been doing things for everyone. You've always been there for everyone. It's time to allow others to be there for you now. Okay, so you need to lighten your load. Have compassion for yourself. Okay, have compassion for people around you as well, but most importantly, have compassion for yourself. Okay, it's important for you to just give yourself all the love that you've been giving everyone else for so long. Okay, friendship plays an important part in May. So definitely connecting to friends. I feel friends will bring you a lot of good messages. They will change your energy and introduce you to people and opportunities that you need. Okay, so what you don't see, okay, you are surrounded by divine protection. So you are definitely protected by Mother Earth, by the beings here. I'm also hearing that animals will play an important part in your life in May. It's like they will take on any bad energies, or they will protect you from bad energies, or if there's any karmic debts that you need to pay and you look after an animal, then like sincerely look after an animal or care for a stray, they're saying that the karmic debt will be wiped out. Okay, I just heard that. So that's something that's come up here. And you start to look at the beauty of life again, because it really feels like you've been working so hard that you have forgotten. It just feels like life is hard and it's stressful, that you have stopped looking after yourself. Okay, so what I'm hearing is what you're not doing is you're not really looking after yourself. You're not looking after your vessel. Remember that your vessel is the most important part of you right now. Okay, because if like I always say this to my clients, if I've got $1 million crystal, it's not $1 million, but if I've got $1 million crystal, I'm not just going to put it in any table or anywhere. I would literally have a special case for it, a special place to place the crystal on. Your soul is that $1 million crystal. Okay, your soul is priceless. So your vessel needs to be in a good vibration, because it's holding your soul, right? So it's important for you to beautify your vessel. Okay, so do what feels good to you, what makes you feel beautiful, what makes you feel good. Exercise, looking after your health, detox, doing things like that for your body, okay, for your health. Yeah, so because I am seeing that what you don't see that is that something new is going to be, it's like you're going through a rebirth, okay, or something new is going to be birthed through you. But for most of you, it's like a rebirth of yourself, where you're coming back to who you really are, where you're really looking after yourself, setting boundaries and living yourself like you've never done before. Okay, and once that happens, you will travel to a whole new reality. Okay, you will be traveling to a whole new reality. There's new beginnings coming in for you. So throughout the eclipse, even if you don't have an outer transformation, whether it's friends or things, whatever, you don't have an outer transformation, it will be an inner transformation. Okay, it's like this journey inwards into a higher dimension, into a higher conscious reality. Okay, you will definitely be going through this huge transformation. And here we got animals again. So animals play a really important part in your life. Okay, so connect to your spirit animal, work with the animals. Okay, that is all that I have for you for the month of May. Welcome group 2. Let's dive into your messages for the month of May. Okay, group 2, so it feels like you've been having some trouble for a while. You've been dissatisfied with life, something that you treasured broken relationship. It feels very personal. It's like you're gonna come to a place where you're finally gonna explode. Your emotions are gonna explode. It feels very, very intense. Okay, but it's like, from what I'm seeing, it's connected to your personal life. It's connected to your heart chakra. So love and the people that you love in your life, right? So if you've been feeling dissatisfied with a certain situation, a personal situation, know that the challenge is now coming to an end. Okay, a personal issue reaches resolution. Okay, so any personal, private, or domestic matters will now come to a conclusion. Okay, and it feels like a positive conclusion. Okay, something new is coming. There's definitely something new coming in your personal life. Okay, and it's going to be something that will bring you a lot of celebration, romance, celebration, parties. That is the energy that I feel you're going to tap in May. Okay, So there will be something important that you will receive. It's a gift from the universe. Okay, it could be a new job or a raise in your job or a new idea to do something, or even, you know, something to do with your relationships as well. Okay, you are definitely protected from, you know, any negative forces beyond your control. So I do feel like you were basically influenced by the astrological transits this year, and now after May things will change for you. Okay, it's best for you to do a lot of meditations to calm your emotions, because you don't want to explode, because you are very sensitive at this time. But the explosion here could also be a very positive explosion. It could be something that brings you tremendous happiness, tremendous joy. Okay, you will deal with any personal issues that are coming up here. So a message here for someone here is, you know, when it comes to partnerships or your family life, are you being clingy? You know, are you being very clingy to and attaching yourself to things in your personal life? Or even if it's not or in relationships, you know, to your work, you know, are you being very obsessed with your work? Are you attached yourself to your work? Have you been keeping yourself busy as to not really see what is actually happening? You know, these are questions that you want to ask yourself. So if you have been, you know, keeping yourself busy, and you haven't really been spending time with your family, this is where they're asking you to do that now. Okay, because there is something good coming into your life. Now there's a new opportunity or a windfall of something. It could be finance, money, new job. Like I said, it's something important that will help you and your family. Okay, so let's see what else we have for the month of May, group 2. Okay, so what do we have, group 2? Okay, so just like group 1, you're being asked to lighten your load, okay, and start doing things for yourself, set your boundaries, okay, and it feels like set boundaries for yourself in a way where you are not abusing yourself. Okay, because there is this energy here where you are either, you know, doing things to block out, keep your mind busy so you don't think about things. Someone could have upset you in the past, you know, that dissatisfaction in life just caused you to just keep working, doing things almost like autopilot. Okay, you need to come out of that. Okay, come out of that. If someone's being very clingy, you need and stopping you from moving forward, you know, this is where you set your boundaries as well. And there's a lot here to do with forgiveness. Okay, so if someone has hurt you in the past and you've just been, you know, you've been trying not to work through it or not think about it, you know, this is where the energy will come and call you again and try to get your attention. Okay, so forgive yourself as well for things that you did or didn't do in the past, and forgive those that have you know, hurt you in the past, so that you can finally, you know, come into this place of happiness where you feel satisfied and it doesn't feel like you're existing, it feels like you're living. Okay, so you don't want to exist, you want to live. Okay, you are surrounded by good luck. Okay, so you know, this the luck is definitely on your side. Okay, there's protection, there's luck, there's ancestral protection as well, and it's about time now for you to, you know, have this wonderful life. Okay, healing. Okay, this is what you've been ignoring, this is what you've not been doing. So you may be working on healing certain things, okay, but you're not healing the things that you have really buried deep down inside. You're not really facing it. You're not ready to face it because it hurts too much. So, you know, once you release this, it feels like I'm seeing a vision of someone carrying a heavy baggage around with them. Once you finally drop that bag, you know, you will move forward. Okay, so release this burden that you've been carrying, okay, for such a long time now. It is linked to, you know, bringing more love into your life. Okay, so healing, right? And what you also need to do is, you know, you need to start to find yourself again, find that joy in life again. Okay, finding your purpose, finding who you really are, you know, rediscovering who you really are. That is something that I feel you will start to tap into in the month of May, okay? Because you are going to stop blocking out your true emotions and how you feel. And once you heal, you're able to really rediscover yourself and find joy and happiness in life again, okay? And that will usher in a new beginning. For some of you, it is you may be moving homes, all right? So that is definitely a good step to take. Moving homes is in your cards. Moving to a new place. We do have home here, and we also have your full moon in Cancer, so which means that there is you know, it's a great time to move homes as well, okay? So new beginnings, and you know, things will finally be made clear to you, and you are going to be stepping into a whole new life purpose, okay? And that will be coming. May is just the beginning, the stepping stone, you know, the beginning stages. It's like we'll be the jump start to placing you on the path of your soul's purpose, okay? So if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. If you would like to carry on and see your updates for the guidance for June and July, hop over to Patreon and sign up as a member. Welcome Group 3. Let's dive into your reading for the month of May. Okay, Group 3, so there's a quote that's coming to my mind, okay? And it goes like, in order to discover new oceans, you must be willing to lose sight of the shore, okay? So this screams destiny, okay? So this is definitely a very important part of your life, important time in your life, where you need to step out of your comfort zone. Some of you may be experiencing tower moments at this time, you know, and that is simply because you need to be forced to step out of your comfort zone, okay? You're moving into the part of your destiny, okay? Some of you may be simply setting a new foundation, or perhaps strengthening your tower, but a lot of you may be forced to move in a new direction, okay? But the angels want you to know that you will be shown the way, okay? You will definitely be shown the way. You do not have to be worried, and you do not have to take crazy risks, okay? Like putting yourself out there, stepping out of your comfort zone does not mean that you take risk blindly, okay? So they want you to know that in May, you're going to be shown the way. They're going to come and help you. They're going to they will protect you from negative forces beyond your control, okay? So while you may feel like things are spiraling out of control in your life, you need to know that you are being cared for, okay? You are being protected. So things are not actually spiraling out of control. It just feels that way in a human body, in a human consciousness. It feels that way, but things are actually being changed around for you for your highest good, okay? For some of you here, I do see a man playing an important part in this journey, okay? There'll be something to do with a man, and he feels like he's not young, he's not old, so middle age, you know, early 30s, 40s, that around, you know, that age, or late 20s. There is some dealings with a man, okay? I'm not sure what it is, but it does feel like there's something there, okay? I feel like Group 3, this tower moment here for you, or this change or this push, is something to do with your career. It's a push to move in a new direction, in a new career. So perhaps this man could be someone, could be your boss. It could be someone that will offer you something, you know, or offer you some work. So perhaps that's where the man may come in. But basically, you are being asked to move in a new direction when it comes to your work, okay? So taking that step up. So if you have a steady business, or you are doing the work that you've always been doing, you know, and it's been successful, and right now you're being asked to level up, okay? Take the next step to expand, okay? If you're working for someone, you know, getting a raise, or moving to a new department, to a new so it's something new here that I feel. But because you also have do not take risks, so I don't see you stepping out of your comfort zone, so not going from this to completely something different. But it does feel like setting a new foundation or a solid foundation for yourself. Okay, so something that will bring you a lot of happiness, a lot of satisfaction in the future. Okay, so the beginning may be a little bit hard because there's all these changes happening. It's going to take time for you to familiarize yourself with all these new things that you're doing. There'll be a lot of new things that you're going to learn. I do see you moving online, internet, so mastering technology. Those are things that I feel you really need to work on, and it's going to take time. Like, to be honest with you, I'm absolutely clueless on Patreon. I felt this pull, I felt this call to set up the channel. I did it, and only after launching it, I'm like, okay, I just discovered that I can't actually upload videos directly. I've got to link you back to a private link on YouTube where basically others can't see except for those who are in my Patreon. So I'm like, oh, okay, and then I'm like, so there's no option for live directly through Patreon. I've taken like days of trying to read and watch videos to learn how to use it. I'm like, all right, so I've got to do perhaps a Zoom live session. I've never done a live session ever. So you guys on Patreon, this is something that is so new to me, and I'm so honored to be sharing this journey with all of you, because I know all of you there are just such amazing, beautiful souls of light. Some of you have been my clients before, so I do know you personally as well, and I feel so honored to have you there. But yes, so anyway, back to doing this. It's like, it takes a lot to learn something. I literally felt like I was 90 years old trying to learn how to use a phone. That's how I feel, working through things. I'm like, oh my gosh, so this app, that app. But once you get a hang of it, then it becomes second nature to you. It becomes easy, so that is something that I'm seeing that you need to master here. Okay, so whatever that you're doing, learning something new, trying something new, expansion, going out of your comfort zone, but not taking big risks. Okay, so think about how you can do something different with your life. How can you move in a new direction? How can you take action? Are you ask yourself, are you willing to follow through and lead the life that you incarnated to live? Or do you just want to settle and just exist like you have always done for a while? I feel like you've had ups and downs, so you have not always just been down. You've had ups and downs, and now it's kind of time for the next up. You're someone who has been evolving through your work, through your career, through your relationships. You are someone who evolves through these physical attachments that you experience. Okay, and now it's time for the next step, and this seems to be a very important step. It is part of the next level of your destiny, to take you to the next level. Okay, because whatever that you do here will open up doors to a lot of happiness, abundance. That's what I'm seeing for you. Okay, but you gotta have the courage to finally take this leap of faith. And if something happens, if your tower is knocked down by the universe, just trust there's a reason why it happened. Okay, although it might suck at first, it might hurt at first, if you do have the tower being knocked down, because you've built it for a while, but just know that you can always rebuild it. And it was gonna drop anyway, because the foundation wasn't steady anymore. Perhaps the land you built it on, the land that you built this tower on, whatever it is, if it's a relationship, it's work, or your career, whatever that you are focused on right now, the foundation was no longer stable. It became weak, and so you're dropping it now before you drop along with it when it's too late. Okay, so right now, if it drops now, you have time to rebuild. So basically, you're headed for something that feels like destiny. You need to face your fear and just get over with it. Okay, if you're obsessing about something and attaching yourself to someone, it's time to stop. Okay, some things are not meant to be in your life. Some people are not meant to be in your life. You got to come into acceptance of that. Okay, we have so many reincarnations, and we have so many different stories, and every time we come into this and experience a story, we attach ourselves to that story. when you attach yourself to this story, it gets stored in your energetic book, okay, in your energy book, which is the Akashic book. And then you're going to come back and you're going to experience the energy again. So the only way to break free of this cycle is to stop attaching yourself to things and people. Okay, stop attaching yourself and creating this energy of karmic energy. Okay, so stop obsessing about someone or something. It's time to move on. It's time to move forward. It's time to stand on your own 2 feet. Okay, so the angels want you to know that, you know, you've got this. Okay, you know that this is going to bring you a lot of happiness. You just got to trust. Okay, and trust that they will show you the way. Okay, also I'm hearing candle magic and burning of doing rituals to release the old. If something or someone has left your life, you know, you can do a ritual to find closure, you know, like writing in a paper and burning it, you know, scattering the leftovers into the ocean. You know, I do see like a funeral, a fire ritual, and that includes everything. And it doesn't have to be a actual death. It can just be an ego death. It can be you know, releasing a karmic energy, you know, the death of the karmic pattern. That is something that I feel is coming in for you. Okay, let's see if there are any other messages for you. Group 3 for the month of May. What do you need to hear? Okay, that's a little too much, but here we go. So yep, it's all about, you know, a new foundation. You are being protected, so I'm hearing that whatever that happens now, whatever ends now, however painful, it will be so much better than what will happen if you are allowed to continue on that journey. Okay, so whatever that means to you. So just know that, you know, if this thing, whatever that ends, the tower that drops, if it didn't drop, things would get really, really bad for you. Okay, so while now, you know, experiencing this change or this new transition may feel, you know, it might bring discomfort or feel difficult, but just know that this is something that will bring you a lot of joy and success in the future. Okay, so have confidence and have trust. Okay, trust in yourself, trust in your gifts, trust in your talents. You know, it's time for you to embrace your higher soul. It really feels like, you know, there's a part of your soul, the higher soul, that wants to come in and unite and take over and, you know, and become this powerful self that you are. And this other soul could not come in because when you came into the world, you came in with very small consciousness, and you had to grow and build your energy into a place where you were finally ready to step into your destiny. And now that it is time, I do see the reconciliation of the higher self coming in. Okay, so you are going to be the most powerful that you have ever been in this life. All right, so there's prosperity, there's new things coming, there's movement, there's definitely a movement into a new space. There's the energy of letting go, forgiving, moving on, forgiving yourself for what you need to do as well, forgiving others who have come in and hurt you as well, so that, you know, you can finally let go of all the baggage and just move on. Okay, I am seeing, you know, the answers to all your dreams, your prayers, you know, the happiness that you want, the passion that you want in your life. And once again, here we go, life purpose. Okay, so all that is coming in to your life, and it's all going to start through this moment, this tower moment in the month of May. Okay, I'm just going to pull one more card from this deck and see if there are any other messages here for you. Group 3. Group 3 for the month of May. Any other message here? Nope, no messages here. I'm going to pull a card from this deck here. Any messages here? Can we please get some advice for Group 3, the month of May? Here we go. So just like the other group, you have, you know, to make a decision, ask yourself which way brings you closer to your divine purpose and which way takes you away from it. okay, which way brings you closer to your dreams, brings you closer to your happiness. And then focus on, you know, making the decision and taking that step. So it's a happy move to a new home or a place of employment is in the works. This movement will usher in positive energy. So I do see, because we have home and career, so I do see this move being you know, a new place. So for some of you, it could even be a new home, because you moved to a new place, and like you did have travel, you did get travel, so you made travel to a new place, and then you get a new job there. Okay, so it's like a whole new start, you know, so collapsing of your old tower, which is your old house, moving to a new place. For some of you, it may be a new job that is a little bit further than you usually go to, so they're telling you to, you know, to do it, to go, you know, it may involve some travel, but it will bring you a lot of happiness. Okay, and then the last card here, we have Archangel Michael. Okay, so he says, I am with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose. This is literally all about your life purpose. You are stepping into this place of power. Okay, it's a very important time in your life. Okay, trust whatever that is happening around you and what you need to do. Okay, so, and what you don't see, right? It says, in the month of May, what you don't see is that you need to have faith and hope, because there is something positive and new on the horizon that you can't see yet. So while, you know, when tower falls, it's messy. It's a messy time, you know, applying for a new job. It's this uncertainty, moving to a new place, this uncertainty. You're not comfortable with the things that are happening yet, but soon everything will fall into place for you. Okay, and it's just gonna move. It's just gonna move, and things are gonna happen in a way where you look back, you know, 2 years later and think, I can't believe where I am right now. I can't believe what I'm doing right now. You know, that is where you're gonna be. Okay, so that is all that I have for you, group 3 for the month of May. So if you are watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. And for those on Patreon, let's hop over to the month of June.